When should I take IMMUNOCODE and how? IMMUNOCODE is designed to be taken at any time during the day. The question about when to take it is really more of a personal issue. If you have a sensitive stomach, for example, IMMUNOCODE is designed with very concentrated components and maybe too rich for someone with a sensitive stomach to take on an empty stomach. And in that sense, if you dilute it out with food, it'll come into the system a bit slower. Alternatively, if you're like me and get distracted and engrossed in other activities, taking all three at one time is advised because I just get distracted by everything else I'm doing. And so it's really a matter of personal preference. You can take 1 3 times a day, 3 on an empty stomach, 3 with a meal. It all depends on you and how you respond from a richness and digestive sense. Would IMMUNOCODE increase my energy levels? It's often reported that on taking IMMUNOCODE, they will actually feel a sense of increased energy. It's not so much that you have more energy, it's that your energy is being used properly. IMMUNOCODE is designed to make the immune system more efficient, and as it is more efficient, it uses less energy. That energy then is available for all the other activities that we want to perform. Okay, let's take a look at where your immune system fits in terms of the hierarchy of functions. For those of us who've had the flu, which is almost all of us, what kind of energy level did you experience? You just basically dead in the bed. You just didn't want to be bothered. That's because the immune system is taking priority. It's consuming all of that extra energy that you have to keep you alive. And so the immune system has priority. If you have an immune challenge, and almost all of us do, 2/3 of the Americans have at least one chronic condition that they're dealing with. And the immune system is always involved. And so as that energy is released because the immune system becomes more efficient, we now feel like we have more energy because it's more available to us to do productive kinds of things. Does IMMUNOCODE fight inflammation? Inflammation is part of the immune response. In order to deal with it, you need to know where the trigger is. Oftentimes that trigger is in the gut. And when you look at IMMUNOCODE, it has one of the best components that you can use in that environment, and that would be the human milk oligosaccharides. These are brand new on the market, just recently available. Those materials help condition the gut and condition the ability of the immune system to respond properly. The other things that are in the IMMUNOCODE are the mushroom extracts. Those help maintain the integrity of the gut lining. If that gut lining has high integrity, then things won't leak through the gut into the bloodstream and create an inflammatory condition. So there's really a number of things that help. The transfer factor also is designed to help control the immune system response so that it recognizes properly, responds properly, and then knows when to relax. What are some of the things that people might experience with IMMUNOCODE? If you're a normal, healthy person taking IMMUNOCODE, you may find that you don't notice a lot, except for the fact that you have more energy, that you're thinking clearer, that the people around you may be getting things and dealing with things that you're just seeming to go right past. So a healthy person would be able to maintain that much more effectively and feel the greater energy, greater clarity. Now what about a person who is carrying a burden? And in fact, 2/3 of Americans have at least one chronic condition that they're dealing with. In that situation, the immune system has set up kind of a stalemate with whatever it is it's dealing with. And so when finally the immune system now increases its ability to recognize, increases its ability to react, I'm now going past the stalemate stage where I'm actually getting in and doing the attack, getting the cleaning, and releasing toxins. It's in the release of those toxins that sometimes people will feel this kind of a little bit of nausea, maybe a little bit of discomfort, because the immune system, having released all those toxins, now may be overtaxing the liver. If that becomes too severe for you, just back off the dose and stretch out the time. And eventually what will happen is the body will cleanse itself and you'll be back to full vigor. Can IMMUNOCODE be taken, say, with a normal meal, like you might have a drink or you might have some coffee with it? IMMUNOCODE is really designed to work independently and not really at conflict with any of those kinds of components that we might take in. The overuse of caffeine, the overuse of alcohol certainly causes problems, for example, with the liver, which then is a component that works with the immune system. If the immune system gets rid of kills something, the liver has to clear it out. And so in an overuse situation, possibly, but not in a normal situation.